Hi, everyone on YouTube and all the NFL YouTube prognosticators and football fans everywhere. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my thoughts about Week 11 and my picks for Week 12 for the 2023 NFL season. Check it out. Well, for me this week, it was a mixed bag for me this week. One was really bad. One was really good. One was really bad, and one wasn't decent. So. So, anyways. My good week was a straight up. I went 8-6 overall. I can live with that. So I'm 101-62 overall in the year. That's pretty good. And against the spread, that was the bad one. I went 2-10-2. Thank goodness for the 2 pushes on that one. So if I would have got done that and those 2 pushes, and now I'm 79-74-6 overall in the year for that, which I need some work to do this week on that. But the over and under, that was my mixed bag. I went 1-2. Could have been better, could have been worse, situation like that. So now I'm 15-19 in, I believe, in 3 overall of the year. Yes, that's 3. 3, that's right. 3 overall in the year. So that's the way my record goes. I hope this week, there's no bias this week, but this Thanksgiving week, which I hope everyone has a good holiday, and then see what happens from there. But anyways, from Week 11, Baltimore and Cincinnati, that was a great unexpected turn now that Joe Burrow's done for the year. But it could still win some ball games. Who knows? But in Cleveland and Pittsburgh, that was probably my one pick I regret picking because I switched that pick to Pittsburgh because of that. I don't know if you guys in the comments on that one because of Deshaun Watson's season-ending injury. That did pan out the way it did. So, and now because of that, offensive coordinator for the Steelers Canada is fired, and as the offensive coordinator. So, I'm getting myself a new offensive coordinator on that one. Detroit and Chicago, that was a big shootout on that one. Detroit came out on top. In the LA Chargers and the Green Bay Packers, yeah, Jordan Love was impressive. That's all I can tell you on that one. Miami and Vegas, I was kind of not surprised that Miami won, but I was a little surprised that it wasn't an offensive explosion on that game. And Washington and New York Giants, boy, I was dead wrong on that one, to say the least on that one. Dallas and Carolina, Dallas did Dallas things, and that's the way it goes. They just know how to beat worse teams. They just can't beat the better teams. Jacksonville and Tennessee, right, that was a good win for Jacksonville. They needed a big home win, but now they're on the road, which their road dominance better. And they play Houston this week, which Houston beat out Arizona. Houston did what they needed to do to win at home, and they have a good home record this year. Now they play each other. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Anyways, continuing on, San Francisco and Tampa Bay. San Francisco got a win, but didn't really cover the spread on Tampa. Tampa covered that one. And Buffalo and the New York Jets, definitely played out the way I expected to for Buffalo. The Seattle and the LA Rams. Seattle, that was a big disappointment loss, but what can you do? Minnesota and Denver. I swear, Minnesota was pretty good without Kirk Cousins. So that's all I could say with that one. But that was against Denver, though. But Kansas City and Philadelphia, that was probably the game. Philadelphia, I'll just say this. Philadelphia got their revenge on the Super Bowl this year. And now it turns out they're pretty much the team to beat right now. That's all I can tell you. They're pretty much the team to beat because they're the defending NFC champions and they're playing much better than anyone else right now. If I could say who could beat them, it's probably Detroit right now. But who knows? We'll see. Anyways, that being said, those are my thoughts about Week 11. Let's get on to my Week 12 picks. Okay, time for my Week 12 picks. Kicking off on the Thanksgiving Day games. The first one at 12:30, Detroit and Green Bay. Detroit is a 7.5 point favorites in this game. I think this game is going to come really close game. I think both Jordan Love played really well last week, and so did Detroit. And they both had some close games last week. And I expect this to be the same as this one. But I think the way I see it, this is how it goes. Detroit's defense is a much better ball club than Green Bay right now. And to say the least, I think that's going to be the key matchup for that one. So I think this is going to be a really close game, but I think Detroit's defense is going to hold on to that. And to say the least, I think it's in Detroit, which, of course, Thanksgiving, Detroit's home. So that being said, Detroit It's in there, but I think Detroit is the much better defensive team, so I'm going to say Detroit over the Green Bay Packers to win this game. On the line, though, Detroit's favored by 7.5, like I mentioned. I'm going to take Detroit minus 7.5. Over and under, it's 46. I believe this is going to go over 46. I think this is going to be a big shootout on this one. So I'm going to go over 46.5 in this game. Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Now, it's like I said, Thanksgiving. Dallas is home. It's part of the tradition. Detroit and Dallas play on Thanksgiving at home. So anyways, that being said, Dallas is playing really well against worse teams, and that was and Washington Commanders is one of the worst teams. So, and now with the Washington Commanders at stake, I don't see they have a chance against Dallas in this game. So I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys at home over the Washington Commanders to win this game. But on the line, I'll give the Washington Commanders credit this one. Dallas is favored by 11.5 in this game, but I'm going to take Washington plus 11 because I think they can cover that. Over and under, it's 48. I think that I'm going to go over 48 in this game too. Over in this game, I think it's going to come down to be a really close game to watch on that one. So let's see how this one goes. San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The last of the Thanksgiving Day games for the San Francisco and the Seattle division each other. They know each other well. Honestly, this can go. I believe this is going to be a defensive game. That's what I think it's going to come down to. So, but I think it's going to come one-sided in this one, which is San Francisco. So I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers over Seattle in this game in Seattle. On the line now, San Francisco's favored by 7 in this game. I'm going to take San Francisco minus 7. Over and under, it's 43. I'm going to shoot under 43.5 in this game. Now we're the first ever Black Friday game. The Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Now, and this is on Amazon Prime. Just remember that one because Amazon Prime doesn't have a Thanksgiving Day games. CBS, Fox, and NBC does. Just reminding you. Anyways, continuing on with that. For this game, it's a 3 o'clock game. Just want to remind you guys on that one. It's in New York. And to say the least on that one, I think for this game, I think it's going to be an offensive explosion for Miami. They didn't do that against Vegas. I think they were really frustrated on that. They're probably going to do that against the Jets. So anyways, that being said, I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins over the New York Jets to win this game in New York. Because I don't know what's going on with the situation with Zach Wilson. Or if he's going to play or not play. Now it's Aaron Rodgers saying he may come back. Which, my opinion, don't come back so soon, Aaron Rodgers. ACLs take a long time to heal. Anyways, that being said, I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins over the New York Jets to win this game. On the lineup, Miami's favored by 7 in this game. I'm going to take Miami minus 7. Over and under, I'm going to go under 41.5 in this game. It's 41, by the way. I'm going to go under 41 in this game because I think it's going to be a one-sided victory. New Orleans Saints and Atlanta Falcons. Now, this game, I could see the New Orleans going, this is a too close of a call right now game, but I don't understand why. Because Atlanta's not playing like regular football like early in the year. They come and slip down a bit. So that's why I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints over the Atlanta Falcons this game in Atlanta. On the line, that game's a pick 'em, but I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints in a pick 'em. The Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, this is what I'm going to say. This is how the things are going to fall off a cliff in this one. But I can't see that with Cincinnati right now. Now that Joe Burrow's done for the year, my opinion, I think they could tank if they want to, get at least top 10. But I'll get to the tanking in a bit. But I'm not going to say they're going to tank, but I'm going to say maybe they'll win one game or two out of the year in this one. And I think this is one of the games they can win. So I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati over the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game as an upset. On the line, though, Pittsburgh's favored by 1 in this game. I'm going to take Cincinnati plus 1. The Tennessee Titans and the Carolina Panthers. Now, Tennessee is going on to face one of the worst teams in football, which is the Carolina Panthers, to win this game to play out. But it's in Tennessee. But I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans over the Carolina Panthers to win this game in Tennessee. On the line, though, Tennessee is favored by 3.5 in this game. But I'm going to take anyone can win this game, so I'm going to take Carolina plus 3.5. The Indianapolis Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, for the way I see this game ruling out for this game. Now, the way I see it for this game ruling out, excuse me on that one. I thought I done the wrong thing. It's in Indianapolis. Indianapolis got a bye week last week. They're running fresh start. So I'm going to take the Indianapolis Colts over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. But on the line, Indianapolis is favored by 2 in this game. I'm going to take Indianapolis plus 2. The New York Giants and my New England Patriots. Okay, I was questioning this about last week, but my good old buddy Matt the NFL Fanatic. Now I get to reply his answers because I had to think about it for a bit. But from my knowledge at first, I really don't believe in tanking the season to get a higher draft pick really works that well. To me, because you've seen teams in the past, they've done that, and they fall flat into their faces again. Which that happened to the Raiders when they drafted Jamarcus Russell. I think they tanked 1 year in 2006, and they ended up getting Jamarcus Russell. That didn't turn out really well. Indianapolis Colts did the same thing. They ended up getting Andrew Luck. He didn't last long in the league. He did pretty well, but he didn't last long in the league. He only lasted 6 years in the league. So, because he was afraid of getting beaten up all the time, which I get that. And not only that, but it has been out on some occasions, like Carolina did that 1 year in 2009, and they got Cam Newton out of it, and they were pretty solid the last few years out of that. So, honestly, it all depends who the player is, really, the way I looked at it, but I don't really think it really works half the time, because the way it goes, if you do that on purpose and get a draft and how it pins out, it doesn't usually pin out the way you do. So, that's the way I really see it. That's the way I look at it, in my perspective on that. In my perspective, if you're a bad team, you get a higher draft pick. I get that, but if you're just try your best, that's all I can tell you. And if you end up getting it, fine. But I don't believe losing on purpose or tanking the season is the best way to go. But unless you know who you're getting as a draft pick on that, I say try it. But my opinion, it's not my way of thinking of it. But the way I look at it is this. I don't really think even the Patriots get it. I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback anyways, which I don't know about. Mac Jones may start. I don't know. But the way I look at it, maybe try out Malik Cunningham, see what he can do. Or at least or try to bring in Bailey Zappi, which Bailey Zappi hasn't done much either. So we're in a tight situation right now. And the way I look at it is, let's see how it plays out for the draft. Do you think you can win this game round? Sure, absolutely. I think they have a shot against the Giants. But this is where I'm going to get the kicker in this one. Coach DeBall. Now, Coach DeBall was under Bill Belichick's hoodie for over the years, in the early years in the Patriots dynasty. I think he left around 2006 to be an offensive coordinator for the Dolphins, and then Denver after that, under Josh McDaniels in Denver. I think that's how it went. I think he went to Denver after that. So, but he went in there 2006 under Nick Saban over there too. I think around that time too. I think so, somewhere on that line. So he knows Bill Belichick's system. That is key on that one. And Bill Belichick gets his former protege not the best. And I keep telling him that over the years. If you're playing against Bill Belichick, and he's playing against his mentors, don't bet them. But that's why I'm going to say I'm going to take the New York Giants over my New England Patriots to win this game in New York on this one. On the line, I'll give my Patriots this because they may come out with it. You never know. The New York Giants are 3.5 point favorites in this game. I might go my Patriots plus 3.5 because you never know. So, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Now, for this game, this is a team that is really good on the road versus the team who's really good at home. Who's good on the road? Jacksonville. Who's good at home? Houston. So, I think the winner of this game is going to get the AFC South. So, I think that's the way it's going to go, and I think whoever gets that is going to get the wild card. I think the winner of this game is going to get the AFC South, and the loser gets the wild card. So, I think both teams are going to make the playoffs. But one team's going to get the division, one team's going to get the wild card. So, and early in the year, I did say Jacksonville's going to win the division. I'm still sticking with my guns on that one. So, I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Houston Texans in Houston. On the line now, Jacksonville's favored by 1 in this game. I'm going to take Jacksonville -1. The Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. Now, if you're going to say another game that the Cleveland may win without Deshaun Watson, this game's it. Now, I'll give Denver credit this. Denver's been playing pretty well lately. I'll give them that. But it looks like they're not playing for a draft pick. That's all I can tell you. It may hurt them, may not. I don't know. But until then, I'm going to say the Cleveland Browns over Denver to win this game as an upset. On the line, though, Denver's favored by 1 in this game. I'm going to take Cleveland plus 1.5. The LA Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Now, for this game, the Rams and the Cardinals, they're both fighting for a draft pick as well. But I think the LA Rams are going to win this game outright. So I'm going to take the LA Rams over the Arizona Cardinals to win this game. On the line, though, the Rams are favored by 1 in this game, and I'm going to take the Rams -1. Like I said, I think the winner, like I said, the loser is going to get the higher draft pick, and the other one is going to get a higher draft pick. Now, like I said, I really don't believe in that. You know, if you're a good player, you go where the team best fits you. That's how I look at it. So, I forgot to mention with my Patriots though, the collection of the draft class from 2021, 2022 is not pinning out, and that's a really tough in that situation. So I forgot to mention that. So, anyways, to say that for LA Rams and Arizona, I'm not too sure about how they're going to roll out in this one. I think Arizona is going to be the one coming out as the loss on that one. I think they're probably going to get the second pick anyways because over Chicago. I think it's going to go Chicago and Arizona first. So anyways, continuing on with that, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, Kansas City in the offense in the second half, not looking too good. Now, to say the least on that one, I think Kansas City still has a shot in winning this game. So, to say the least, because Las Vegas is not really that great either. So, anyways, to say that, I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs over the Las Vegas Raiders in Vegas. On the line, though, the Kansas City Chiefs is favored by 9.5 in this game. That's too many points. I'm going to take Las Vegas Raiders plus 9.5. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. Now, this game I'm going to look forward to so well. But as of right now, Buffalo had a good offensive game, but that was against one of the under 500 teams. Against above 500 teams, they're not really that great. So, anyways, to say the least on that one, it's in Philadelphia, Tim. And I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles over the Buffalo Bills in this game. On the line, though, Philadelphia is favored by 3.5 in this game. I'm going to take Philadelphia -3.5. Sunday Night Football, the Baltimore Ravens and the LA Chargers. This should be a fun one to watch. There'll be an offensive gain on this game. But in this game, Baltimore looks like they're going to be... I would say Baltimore looks like they want to pick up where they left off against Cincinnati in this game. And I think they're going to do that there. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens over the LA Chargers to win this game. On the line now, Baltimore's favored by 4 in this game. I'm going to take Buffalo -4. Over and under, it's 46.5. I'm going to go over 6.5. The Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. I expect this game to be a good one too on Monday Night Football. But Minnesota, without Kirk Cousins, is playing pretty good. So I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings over the Chicago Bears to win this game. On the line, Minnesota's favored by 3.5 in this game. I'm going to take Minnesota -3.5. Over and under, it's 43.5. I'm going to go over 43.5. Okay, a big shout out this week is Johnny Sports Network. Check him out and the rest of the NFL YouTube prognosticators in the description down below right here. And until then, this is Andrew Warren signing off saying good luck to all of your picks this week and rock out and have a wonderful and safe holiday.